Show. What do you think of your character? That sort of thing.
Well, I think when they present a show to you that's produced and created by Joel Weinman and J.J. Abrams, you know it's going to be something pretty cool. And not only does it look cool, it's a beautiful subject matter. I feel like the way that they explore the direction we're going is technology-wise. It's growing so fast, and I think the fear is that we're going to lose touch with each other and the ability to connect on a human emotional level. And I'm afraid of losing that. I feel like we're already sort of in a place where kids aren't being taught how to write in cursive anymore, and they're not learning how to write a letter and put a stamp on it and mail it because they just text or email. I think this show really explores the sort of risk in sorry, I sort of lost it. I love that my character is, I don't know what is wrong with me. So sorry. My character really fights and believes in not losing touch with humanity and not losing that human emotional contact and connection. And so that's what drew me to the story, to the character, because I feel like that's a really real subject and issue that we're facing. Man, I'm not doing a good job right now. Thanks. I know. I just, I'm aware of, I don't want to repeat myself, and I just feel like I am. I want to be fresh for you guys. It's all right. Anyway.
We didn't get to see a whole lot of your character in the pilot, so I'm hoping we'll get to see more and learn more about your character as it goes on. What can you tell us about your character's background, if any?
You're going to learn a lot about my character throughout the season. There's so much about her. There's a lot more to her than meets the eye, I will say. It's definitely going to be a really fun character to play. Definitely the most challenging I've ever played with what they're telling me they're going to do. There's a lot of different sides to her that you'll see, which I guess is as much as I can say. She's not an android, but there are some really fun aspects to her that will be revealed, and you'll know why she's there, why she does what she does, and why she fights for what she fights for. And as far as Detective Penix goes, she just looks up to him in such a big way because he really also believes in those same things. Humanity and his morals and beliefs are all the same. She has in like with him, and so a lot of that will be revealed. It'll be very fun.
Seems like they're setting up kind of an interesting relationship dynamic between your character and Carl's character. You kind of touched on it briefly, but can you go into a little bit more detail? Should we expect a romantic relationship? It doesn't quite feel that way, but it could. I guess it could transition to that. Can you comment at all on that?
I think when you're working with these guys, nothing is off the table. You can't say never to anything. Right now, as it is, there's no romance that we know of. I've asked Joel that same thing. Right now, it really is just an admiration. She just looks up to him. He's a hero of hers. And so she's just very excited to meet him and work alongside him and maybe one day be as great as he is at what he does, what she does.
Enjoying the sci-fi aspect of it? I mean, that whole creating a whole new world?
Well, sure. I mean, it's so funny because working on the show, being there on the day, shooting these scenes, it doesn't feel like a sci-fi show just because we're also telling a very a beautiful story, and we're all connecting on a human level, and we're all, so then when I see the show and I'm reminded it's a sci-fi show, and the world that they've created is so cool and exciting, and so I think that you can't really put this show in a box. It's not just sci-fi, it's not just procedural, it's also, there's a lot of humanity that we're exploring, so I'm attracted to that aspect of it.
So it sounds like there's a lot of serious themes and everything. Is it fun on the set? Are there going to be fun parts to the show, like witty banter, et cetera, or is it going to be more of a serious tone? What's the whole
I think there's a little bit of everything. I mean, even in the pilot you see Michael Ealy and Carl Urban, they're great together, and I think there's a lot of humor involved. I mean, even with him in the car, with the thing, whatever he just, that was my favorite part. I love that, and I think if you don't have that, you're in trouble because it can't just always be so serious. I mean, or else I don't think that's why you tune in.
Right.
You want to laugh and you want to feel all kinds of things, and I think this show really does cover all of that. There's something for everyone.
Last question, guys.
How much ahead of time do you like to know about where your character's going?
I used to think I didn't want to know ahead of time, but in this case, I'm really glad that I know, just because it's even got me more fired up when he told me where we were going and what we were doing. It just got me really excited to go to work, and just feel so lucky that I'm a part of a team that has such great imagination. And so I'm just excited to see how far they go with what they've said they're doing. We'll see.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Thank you, guys.